Hey everyone, I just wanted to preface this video by saying that I am not in any way, shape, or form an expert at self-improvement. That being said, there's something in the self-improvement community that has always bothered me, and that is never talking about ADHD. I'd say one of the greatest things that self-improvement ever did was that it really helped the normal, average, everyday person focus a little bit better, because in reality, half of them are just motivational speakers. And absolutely none of them are freaking trains that make loud noises. The train's messing up my audio. But back to the point. Many of the gurus that are out there that go on YouTube or have these like seminars never ever think to talk about things that are kind of not in your control as a human being. Like for example, me. I have ADHD. Well, in reality, it's more like ADD, not the hyperactive one. Many of the suggestions that these gurus make, they wouldn't have affected my life very well if I would have tried to put them into practice back in like high school, for example. Half of the time, I wouldn't have even watched these guys' videos to begin with because they're so ungodly freaking boring. What am I gonna do? Sit there and watch a freaking 5-hour Hamza video whenever I got my own freaking life to live?
No thanks, bro.
That is no shade at Hamza. But like I said, I would not have focused on these videos if I would have seen them whenever I was younger. And since I would not have watched these videos whenever I was younger, I would have never gained any sort of wisdom from them. And don't get me wrong, there is wisdom in these videos, but they could all be summed up in like one 5-minute video. But over the course of hundreds of videos, many of these gurus, self-improvement people, they would end up going, they'd be like, you need some motivation. Stop playing on your cell phone. Get on your Sigma male grind set. And they really want to sell you on the fact that you need to be like them. And that's kind of the problem, because not every single person is like one another. Because after a couple years genuinely watching these videos and going through the steps and trying to perfect what they were teaching, it never really stuck with me. They said if you don't do all of these steps, or you don't follow this exactly, or you don't follow my recipe, or don't go onto my courses, you're not gonna be the Giga Chad if you don't follow these steps. It would start to really eat at me. While I really wanted to follow these rules, it really felt like I was a failure.
My mind is expanding with knowledge.
I can do whatever I want. But I would never feel like that. I would feel like it while I was watching the video. As soon as the video was over, I'd be like, and evaporate into nothingness because I couldn't keep up with their plan. At the time, I was not on Adderall. So I began to do my own research about ADHD and started listening to lectures. And listening to these videos eventually led me to this one doctor, a video by Dr. Russell Barkley. I'll put that video right here. And as I watched this video, the wires began to like connect, and I understood why I was not able to do the same exact things that normal people were doing throughout their daily lives. I'm paraphrasing, but he essentially said, this pathway over here is saying, hey, let's go work out at the gym. And this pathway over here is like, yeah, that'll be great whenever we do that. Now that I understood ADHD, I was able to take a little bit of action and move forward, as opposed to just standing in a corner doing absolutely nothing. Before I give you the steps that I took to... Before I give you the steps that I took in order to begin my journey onto self-improvement in a better way, I just wanted to say that I'm going to make separate videos so that I give each of the subjects a more in-depth explanation, as opposed to just saying, oh, hey, this is what I did. For those people that like to understand the in-depth crap about everything. Enough chit-chat. Let's talk about these steps. The first thing I really did to improve how I was living with ADHD was to just ask God about it. I don't know how that sounds to you, but that is exactly what I did. I was like, God, please freaking help me with this ADHD thing, because I can't get anything done. And God was over there like, here you go. He donated knowledge nuggets from above. He began to start helping me with my journey. The second step that I took was to find supplements. At the time that I started this whole I'm going to be on self-improvement thing, I was not on insurance. So I began to seek out ways that I could improve my ADHD naturally. And the crazy thing is that I found a great supplement stack that almost to the T mimics Adderall. Like I said, that'll be in another video. But I found the supplements that would eventually help me to focus and really build upon what I was starting to learn. Which leads me to my last and final tip, which is
do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah.
Regardless of any of the quick tips and tricks that anybody tells you, this will always still linger around your head all the time. Doing things whenever you really don't want to is still one of the hardest things to do, in my opinion. These 3 steps are the basis for all of the things that these self-improvement people talk about all the time. Doing hard things whenever you don't want to do the hard thing. Finding ways to get past the unchangeable difficulties that you have throughout your life, like ADHD, and going to God for help because He is the only one who can truly, truly, truly help you. Because true self-improvement can't really come from yourself anyway. And that, my friends, is all I got for today. I gotta get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS. Stay blessed.